Hello everybody, this is Silver Knight, and I'm going to talk about Genlock Episode 2. My Episode 1 was an adventure, and the audio is disgusting, so I might re-record it and upload it later if you guys want me to, but if not, then we'll just start here. So, first of all, this opening is fantastic, and I love it, and these things are terrifying to me, and I'm kind of excited to see what they can do more than what little we saw in that first episode. This whole opening is just really fun to watch, and then of course there's just all kinds of people we see. It's gonna be such a fun show. There's so many things to begin with. Really curious to see where we're going as far as for the whole series, just as we move forward. So we open with this gorgeous shot. My goodness, the artists did a phenomenal job with this. If any of the artists are watching this, which I doubt they are, but if they are, this is amazing. So proud of you guys. Oh my goodness. So we pick right up where we left off, and it is tense in this room. Oh my. I loved this though. Introducing Dr. Weller, and David Tennant does such a good job with his character, and it's so much fun to hear him again. I watched Doctor Who years ago, but this is fun just hearing him again on screen doing the same kind of character and all of that. The missed opportunity for a pun here though, cut to the chase, but he cut himself off. What the heck? Let Dr. Weller have puns. It's fine. We'll listen. So all these background shots when they were going through and showing us kind of how the Holon works and all of that was really interesting to see, but of course I couldn't get any decent ones when trying to catch screenshots, but I got this one. This one's pretty good. And this neat one where it just says Genlock in the background. That's fun to look at too. Although this guy over here next to the commander is interesting, and I'm not quite sure what's going on with him, but I'm sure we'll find out more later. Julian looks so sad. He's looking after Miranda, and I just want them to be happy, but I know she's hurting, and he just wants to be with her again, and it's frustrating because they were cute together too. Oh my gosh, again, set design is the attention to detail is wild. I want these two to be really good friends. Is that weird? I think it's kind of weird, but also great. This was our first shot of actually seeing Julian, and I'll be fair, I was a little shook at first. I was like, wait a second, what is going on here? There's that little sketchy thing in the intro at the end of it where if you pause it at just the right spot, you can see that he's like connected to things. Of course I could never actually get the frame, so I had a sinking feeling that there was something going on here, but I didn't actually confirm it honestly until here when I saw this, and then of course we get a better close-up with these two, and I'm glad he's still like, this is my friend, and he's still like the same person. He's just, when I'm hanging out with him around the base, it'll be like a hologram version of him, I guess. I'm not really sure, but they're still buddies, and this is cute and makes me happy that they're still good friends like that. So Dr. Weller's sitting there explaining how he survived, and the fact that the nanotech was able to keep him alive long enough for Dr. Weller to get to him is weird to me, because we don't really know what the nanotech does, but I figure the nanotech just like killed you immediately. So it didn't? Question mark? I'm not really sure there. But, and then of course he tells Julian's friend here, that I still don't know the name of, because of course not, I'll learn names eventually, that he's gonna be head of the Holon maintenance, and gives him all of these really fun documents to read, so, which is me starting any class, learning how to do anything new. Seems very overwhelming, but he seems to be taking it on pretty good. And then, yeah, then says something to the effect of, there's always tomorrow for things to get worse, and the doctor tries to say there's always tomorrow, it could be better, so. And then the next day, again, the scenery is fantastic, and I love it, and it's so pretty. I cannot believe, oh my gosh. But yeah, so we come in we get to meet all of our new recruits for the first time, and I tried to take some good shots in the plane, but of course that didn't happen. None of them were really well spaced and all of that, but I love Cammy. Her first line, and she has a swear word. I did not expect that. Oh my gosh. Valentina is amazing. Their cloak is extra as hell, and I love it, and I really want to make it, but I think if I cosplay, I'm probably going to do Cammy. So, Ida-san's interesting. Didn't have a really good read on Sinclair to begin with, and now I know why. So, and Julian just, like, randomly materializing behind them, like... Does he not realize that's a little odd and strange? I remember seeing that in the trailers and trying to figure out what the heck was going on there, and now it makes so much sense that, like, he's not a physical person, he's just like a hologram version of it. But yeah. So, these two having a discussion, and Miranda still isn't over the fact that Julian's back, and it hurts me because I want her to be happy, but I know that it's been 4 years and she needs time to process that he's back, so... We got this quick shot of them, like, loading the brain part of the mech into one of them, so I thought that was neat, because I missed it the first, like, 4 times I watched it, but then when I went to go get screen grabs, I found it, so I thought that was interesting to see. They're gonna talk. Guys, I want them to be together and happy again. Is that too much to ask for? They're so far apart. I need you to trust me, and she can't, which I understand, but also, you're too cute together, damn it. Be cute together. Okay, all of them in their suits. First of all, their suits are amazing, and I love the design of them. It looks really cool. I'm curious as to how, or like, what all they can do, I guess, because they do other stuff. We can kind of see that more as we go through and all of that. Okay, she got this message about the intruder, and I immediately thought that there was somebody else on base that was going to challenge the team, and they were going to have to step into action and actually figure out what the heck was going on. I did not in a million years expect that it would be somebody that had been brought in like that. And then, of course, their faces of shock when Yasmin says, I used to work for the Union. I want that backstory. Somebody give me her backstory, like, right now. I need it. She looks so sorry and sincere, and I want to know what made her betray the Union to go to the Polity. Like, what? And then when Sinclair finally gets called out, and he's like, okay, but you couldn't wait 10 more minutes. And he's tossing his coin up the whole time, and I knew there was something sketchy about that coin, and of course it turns into nanotech, which, like, it's wild. I want to know how they do that, because the nanotech is just really neat to me. Okay, the whole fight between these two was fantastic and amazingly choreographed, and it was just too quick for me to be able to get good screen caps of it, but I did get this nice shot of her kicking ass and being amazing. So, why did this not surprise me? When he fell near the doors, I knew that somebody was going to walk out of that door and he was going to threaten somebody. And it's interesting that Julian seems to be like, he's going to be like the team leader, but he can't actually, like, I guess physically interact with any of them because he's a hologram. So that's kind of odd to me. But we'll see how the dynamic goes there. I just like the shot. I like that he's just kind of like chilling. Dr. Weller's like, it is what it is. I'm here. And they're coming down around the way, and Miranda's trying to decide if she's going to go see what's left of Chase, I guess. I don't really know how to put it. But she can't decide if she's going to, and then they come around the corner. And she tries to help, but of course the, like, suits have the, like, weird power-up thingy that we saw earlier when Ida tried to, like, attack him. So she couldn't really do a whole lot, but it was enough to get away. Meanwhile, Julian is powering up his mech, and he says hi to his buddy again, which is fun. Also, these suits just look really cool. I'm just gonna say that right now. Okay, here, I was a little iffy. He walked up to the glass, and he said, I know there's somebody that would really like to talk to you or to see you or something like that. Does he know where Julian's family is? Because we don't know anything about what happened to the people that were left in New York when they lost the Battle of New York. Like, are they in hiding somewhere, or what's going on? Has the Union taken them? Like, we don't know. And I know that, like, the way they worded it, they were trying to, like, imply that it was Miranda trying to decide to come talk to him, but I also feel like it could be more than that, because we know nothing about him. I just wanted to put that out there. Alright, and then he says he wants a haul-on. Surprise! Was not surprised at all. Of course he wants a haul-on. He wants this new tech that the Polity has so that he can take it back to the Union and show them everything about it. But, so of course, Dr. Weller says to go ahead and load him in there, and I'm like, okay, well, obviously there's something going on here, but we had the discussion earlier about how he was impersonating Sinclair, so maybe the doctor knows what we don't. And of course we were right. You can't actually sync up if you are not Genlock compatible, and this was horrifying because you can tell, like, he's ready to go, and then all of a sudden he just can't handle it and all of the connections break. It's terrifying. And then the doctor goes, that's why you want to be compatible, and asks if anybody else wants to try. And of course they're all shocked. Like, why would I want to do that now after watching a guy literally just die doing what you want me to do now? Overall, this episode was amazing, and it's really interesting watching a whole new world be built and everything that's going to come from this. I have no idea what's going to come next as far as that goes. Obviously, they're going to have some sort of argument into getting them into their haul-ons, because who's going to want to upload now? And then I imagine there'll be a learning curve as they try to figure out how to function and move in them. But yeah, and I'm curious as to see how Miranda's going to handle all of this, because now that she's kind of seen how this is going to go, is she going to help, or is she still going to be, like, against all of it and still avoiding Julian and all of that? It's just a lot to take in at one time, and I understand that. So, but that's all I really have for right now. So I guess thank you all for watching, and I will try and get my episode 3 review up faster than I did this one, but I was a little behind the curve in getting the editing going, so we'll see when I get this one uploaded if episode 3 isn't going up like a day or so later. But yeah, thank you, and bye.